though. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Death on the Nile. Um, yeah, we'll talk about the movie later in comparison to Murder on the Orient Express, but later with one of the questions. I enjoyed this movie. I had a fun time
I
with it.
enjoyed it to an extent, whilst
Yes, I
having
didn't love it.
a fair few problems with it.
The first hour is very boring.
Yeah. And then the
Nothing
second
happens.
hour is too quick. It moves too quickly.
Yeah.
The pacing is bad.
The
Very
yeah.
bad pacing.
Oh yeah. No, the first hour is incredibly slow. The second hour is incredibly fast. I wish so.
Yeah.
The opening sequence is like a war film in like black and white, and everything's in French. And I wish the entire movie was just like black and white and in French because that would have been very funny. If like the entire thing, like all the marketing was off and it's actually just like an art
Yeah.
house film, like about
Yes.
like
Yeah.
war.
Hmm.
I will
Yeah.
say like
Yes.
I'm not saying okay. I didn't like want that to happen. I just think it would have been very funny.
It
Um,
would have been funny.
but yeah, no, I will say the cinematography, especially in the black and white sequence at the start, but like throughout the entire thing, the cinematography was quite good.
Yeah.
Like
The cinematography was quite. I thought Branagh directed the film
no,
fairly
yeah,
decently, actually. I mean,
like
which shouldn't be surprising considering he's a best director nominated director, but still, I thought it was surprising how well he directed it. They didn't need to give the moustache an origin story. That was silly.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
and like
Um,
Pro had like
I
a
also
romance
just
subplot,
yeah
and I didn't care
yeah.
about it.
I also just don't think the source material itself, because I'm very familiar with the source material. I've read the book.
Okay,
I've seen the original
I have not.
film. I would call myself a big Agatha Christie fan. It's not her best work. I don't know why it's one of her more popular ones, but it is. And yeah, I mean, they didn't do a bad job with it, but I did think they did a pretty poor job disguising the twist and disguising who was actually the murderer. I thought, even from somebody like who knew who the murderer was going in, I thought it felt a bit obvious who it
So
was.
I felt like one of the oh, how am I so going to get into spoilers? There was minor spoilers for Death on the Nile. Minor spoilers. There's okay, so there's two people. I felt like
Yeah.
one of them
Mhm.
was obvious, and then the second one that's revealed later, like the second one to be revealed, was
Yeah.
a bit less obvious. I felt like that was actually done fairly well. Again, this is coming from someone who was not familiar with the book, because
Okay.
like
So
in like Murder in the Orient Express, I felt like was very obvious. I guess Murder in the Orient Express, I felt was like the twist in that and like the reveal of like who the who is the murderer. Like that was very obvious to me.
yeah, I mean, I think
Um,
both were the actual mystery itself have not been handled great by
I
by
think
these
they're
films.
okay. I think they're
I
okay.
think they're okay, but I think if whereas Knives Out, look at Knives Out.
Yo, you well, I mean,
Who
you can
yeah,
compare
who knew it
any
was
mystery
him
film to Knives
exactly?
Out. Like
Yeah,
Knives Out,
yeah,
Knives Out, maybe the best mystery film.
maybe. I mean, I hold a lot of love for Clue, a lot of nostalgia towards Clue. So
I
it's not a good film, but just
yeah,
love Clue,
I
love Clue.
like Clue. I watched it more recently. I don't think it's better than Knives Out. But like I enjoyed it. But no,
Yeah,
Knives Out's one of my favorite screenplays ever.
yeah,
It's really brilliantly written. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't hate this movie. Thought the production design and costumes were actually very good as well. Like
mm,
from a technical standpoint, it's good. There's just too many subplots. There's like a secondary like case that he's on throughout the first hour that isn't really alluded to, and then we're just told that it happened. Where
yeah,
had to spy on people to see if like they could get married or whatever. And it's like I I don't care. One,
yeah.
and also it was like set up so poorly, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is a problem with a lot of Agatha Christie work. They do tend to have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I had enough fun with it that it wasn't a bad experience watching it. I
No.
just think it was,
I mean
you know,
Brenna's
not the
Poirot is
greatest.
great. Brenna's Poirot is great.
Oh, Brandon's
Um,
great, and the cast actually. We should probably talk about the cast since it's
yeah,
very big. I thought very hit and miss. I thought Russell Brand, and Emma Mackey.
yeah,
I don't know how you pronounce her name. They were brilliant. Branagh
they were
himself
very
was
good.
brilliant. Gal Gadot's not the greatest actress in the world.
Okay. Anybody, I saw something on Twitter, and it was like anybody who thinks that Gal Gadot is a good actress is just very horny. And yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She's not a good actress.
Um,
Army Hammer's tainted, to say the least.
love
His
seeing Mr.
performance is
Cannibal on
tainted.
screen.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So the cast was hit and miss. The cast was hit and miss. A lot more so. Actually, I won't. I'll save that point for the discussion later
yes,
between Murder on the Orient Express and Definitely Not.
yeah. I thought Tom Bateman was and Letitia Wright were also both decent. They were decent.
Fine. They were fine. Okay. They were decent. I would stretch it to decent. I
They
wouldn't call
weren't
them
bad. They
good.
weren't bad
They weren't
as
bad. They weren't bad.
as like Gal Gadot. Um,
Yeah.
there's also so very I don't know if it's real or not, but when Gal Gadot, there was like an odd someone like was recording in the audience, and there was an audience reaction I saw, and it was like when Gal Gadot was saying like and we have enough champagne to fill up the Nile, and like throws it across the side. The audience in that theater just like erupted with cheering. They're like, "Wah!"
Okay.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can, I'll show it to you after the show if I can find it. It's
Okay.
very very
Yeah.
funny. Um, yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. It isn't the best. It isn't the most well made film ever. There are some fun technical elements, some fun performances. It's it was fine. It was fine to good.
Yeah. I'd say it was.
I put it at
Yeah.
I guess I should say my scores for the other ones. I'll save that. I'll put this at a 7 out of 10.
I'd put it a 6, probably 6 out
Six.
of 10.
All right.
Yeah.
How do we feel about awards potential? Because Murder on the Orient Express was snubbed for production design. It got ADG and Critics' Choice for production design, and then missed the Oscar. It also got
Maybe.
Costume Designers Guild as well, and missed the Oscar.
Mm.
I wouldn't be mad about a production design nomination for this. For
No,
costume.
and it's a potential. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see. We'll see. I guess it's going to be. I mean, it's a very early release. Very early release. So
Yes.
I don't know if it can maintain momentum, especially considering it's a fairly forgettable film. I don't recall when Murder on the Orient Express was
That was
released. I
November.
have a
That was a
feeling
November
that was
release.
November. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that might be the difference.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about an Oscar nomination again, but like maybe we could see like it show up as again like Critics' Choice, ADG, Costume Designers Guild. Maybe some of the guilds, some of the smaller televised awards might pick it up.
Maybe,
We might see this
maybe.
show up. I definitely put it on like a preliminary prediction list as in contention.